Hello everyone and welcome to this pitch perfect session. Who has been here last year? Raise your hands. Yeah, okay. 2 years ago? Yeah, who was at the Berlinale? Yeah, there were pitches too. Yeah. Okay, very good. Good to see you again. And for the new ones, I'm going to tell you everything in a second. But this time, again, Largo.AI is teaming up with the Festival of Cannes and Cannes Next here for their legendary pitches session. That's why it's so full again. That's great. Together, we want to discover how AI and also data analysis is basically revolutionizing the film industry. It's going to change a lot. It's going to invade a lot of fields, and it invades also the creativity here in a very nice way. And the Largo.AI tools producers using these tools who have been selected are going to present their projects in front of you here today. You, that is, who are you, actually? Producers? Raise your hands. Yes, okay. Are you looking for co-productions? Good, that's a really right place. That's great. Who is a distribution partner? Very good. Not more? Distributions? Hello, thank you. Yes, good. What about people loaded with cash? Financiers, VCs? Yeah? What are you doing if you're pitching? You're loaded with cash. Okay, good. You have cash too, or are you doing a selfie? It's dangerous, right? Okay, that's good. So who has also anything to offer to them? Like just support today, okay? Because pitching is like a TED Talk, and believe me, I know what I'm talking about. So support them, right? Okay, now, it's going to be a little bit different today because we have two announcements. You know that Largo.AI is premiering something new? Yes, you heard? Yeah. No? Good. Well, good you don't, because we're going to tell you everything. Premiering, I'm not going to say much, just V3. And sorry, pitchers, I have to make you wait a little bit. But let's have the best person we can ask in the room about telling us about this. And who could that be? Well, you need a PhD for this. You need a PhD in computational aesthetics, and best from the computer science department of a Swiss university, okay? And you need also a creative background in the film industry, like a movie director or producer. So please welcome on stage the CEO and co-founder of Largo.AI, Sami Arpa. Sami, please. Yes.
See. Hello. So great to have you all. That event becomes like a tradition together with AC. Every time it gets a higher energy, we again have a full room. We will have again 20 great presentations. There are really great projects. Just before that, we will have some announcements, as AC mentioned, an exciting announcement. We will be announcing our version 3. So we had two previous versions. Version 1, I think we presented here in Cannes like 5 years ago. Version 2 was 2 years ago. Now we have version 3. Can I get the slides on the screen, please? I don't have it yet. OK, 2 seconds. OK, yeah, in the meantime, I can mention a bit, I give you a bit hints about version 3. So in version 3, we had 3 main focus. We wanted to make, firstly, more immersive. We want to put you in the stories that you are analyzing. Secondly, we made it more actionable. As I think most of you know that we are providing AI tools to analyze the content, and we provide insights about the content, casting, financial results. But often, yeah, AI is telling something. It's difficult to understand the why part to have an action. So that is a part we made significant improvements to tell more of why parts so that you know how to improve the results for the content. And the final part is, the final thing we have made a focus is human. So we made it a more human-oriented. You will see what I mean with that. Now I have a clicker problem. I cannot switch the slides. So where I should point that to? Anybody from technical team can tell me what's going on with the clicker? Yeah, until it's solved, maybe can I get the next slides? Okay, next again, maybe. That's already told. And next again, please. Here we go. Okay, so we will show some of the tools, not everything. But you can learn all about this from our team. Our CTO is here as well. Thanos, can you stand up, please? Thanos CTO. So please go to our stand, to Innovation Village, for some of these tools that we are mentioning to learn more from our team. Great, thank you very much. Okay, one of the first tool that we are announcing is these are enhanced character analysis and casting tools. So we normally make casting propositions for any screenplay that has been input to the system. And here we are enhancing firstly the character analysis. Here we have an example from the movie Anora, which was the Palme d'Or winner last year here. The main character, Annie. The system understands the characters. It makes a visualization of the character before the casting. And then it allows you to chat with the character. So that's a bit the immersive part. So we want you to be more immersed into the story, this chat function is one of them in that direction. So you can really understand, go deeper, chat, speak with the character to understand the character, any problems with the character, if it has developed the way that you were targeting. That's one of the things. So there is not such a usage of AI tools so far, allowing you to speak with the characters, that we think that will be really cool to understand character and also to help you for the casting process, which is one of the other tools that we are releasing. So we are having already casting propositions, but now we are improving and we are adding more dimensionality to that. We are having success scores that are telling AI's opinion about the potential success that the actor or actress can bring to the film. But we give also these several categories for the evaluation, like content match, physical match, cultural match, popularity, etc. So you have a really deeper understanding of the cast match. The system is proposing its own cast ideas, but you can put your own shortlist as well to get opinions on that. Okay, the second part of some of new tools are related to simulated focus groups. Simulated focus groups, some of you might be already familiar, as we have already released part of that. Now we are bringing some additional functionality over here. But just to repeat the base idea of simulated focus groups, we create digital twins of real people. And these people become your surveyors, testers, that you can show the content starting from development stage. You can show the content and get their direct feedback one by one. And you see that how the audience will react to your content from different countries. And the way we create this is through real people. We get the real people, we create their digital twins. The photos, names that you see are, they are AI generated, but it has one-on-one correlation with the real people. So every person you see here normally has been created based on some real person. And then basically showing the content to these people, we get both quantitative and qualitative results. And you can ask any questions before running the analysis. You can ask, how do you like the main character? How do you like the end of the story, etc. So now we are adding some further functionalities to that. One of them is more interaction with these digital people. You can chat with them, like chatting with the characters, but this time you are chatting with the audience about their perception of the content. You can go very deeper over there. And another thing that we are announcing is this detailed simulated focus group analysis. Here you can go really deep to understand scene by scene response of these people to your content. At which scenes they are laughing, how much they are laughing, at which scenes they are engaged, which scenes they are not engaged, how they are responding emotionally. It's very useful, again, at early stage development, pre-production stage. Or even like after post-production, still once you have your cuts that you can see and you can change your cut depending on the feedback over here as well. Okay, so that is Largo.AI V3. There is more of that, but again, you have to learn more. Please go to our booth and have a demo with our team to learn more on this. We will have a second announcement, AC mentioned, but it's not now. It will be at the end. So you'll have a winner of simulated focus group tests. So we put all 20 projects that you will see here, and we got these audience responses. We ranked them from best to the worst. We got actually most of projects got very good rating, but we got just one winner, and we'll announce that at the end. So thank you very much. Enjoy the show.
I love it. V3, version 3. Immersive, actionable human. OK, great. So now I'm the CTO too, but not of Largo. I'm the CTO of this session, meaning the Chief Time Officer, I promise you. So we will have 20 pitches of 3 minutes each. I need a little bit less than 1 minute per pitch for the work around the work, you know, like bringing them there and etc. We need 5 minutes at the end, and we need to finish up at 3:30. What's the math? You got it? I'm the CTO, I told you. OK, pitchers, let's get ready. Let's start right away. Are you ready? The first one I'm getting ready. Yes, this is very good. So let me introduce you first. And let me also give you a last thing. You take your microphone, you come on stage, you pitch. Avoid to walk like crazy. We see your nerves. The camera doesn't need to see your nerves. It's going to stay forever. So try to be calm and look at your audience and look at us, and we will encourage you. OK? Deal? Let's go. Let's go. OK, pitch number 1. It will be Alana Mediavilla. Campo Libre? Alana Mediavilla? No, you're not? OK, well, that's a really good start. Who are you? I was thinking also, why are you two? I don't see you on my list. It cannot be. OK, just a second. We're going to do this. Don't worry. We're going to make it. And I'm going to check right away this list. OK, sorry. We need a break. Can we cut the mic? Session. Let's do it again. She was on my list, but alone, not with somebody else. So I didn't know we had guests on stage, but it's great. It's Kathryn, Hollis, and Holly Davidson from the Female Funding Film from the USA, which is a LA-based producer and founder of female funding films. And they are really championing bold, independent voice in cinemas. They work closely with writers, filmmakers to develop and produce story-driven and commercially viable projects. So this is what's really great. And interesting is that Kathryn is a former entrepreneur, right? And she's really working with creative insight and a strategic vision. So she's bringing really like the business side of things to every production. But she also wants to empower underrepresented voices. So I'm very curious now. We did it, 2 of you. 2 microphones, let's go.
Testing, can you hear us? Okay, hello everyone. Well, that was exciting. I'm Kathryn Hollis Peters, founder of Female Funded Films, and we are beyond excited to be here with all of you at Cannes. Back again, thank you, Sami. So I'm here with my partner, Holly Dawn Davidson, and we are kicking off with our film, Where the Water Runs Deep. This is a female-driven crime drama. Crime dramas are hot right now, especially those with leading filmmakers that are women, and ours is set in the heart of Minnesota. Think Fargo meets 3 Billboards. Now, this is the first in a 5-film slate that we've coined the Minnesota Project. It is a bold initiative to greenlight impactful stories that are also financially sound. But first, before I get into the numbers, Holly, let's set the stage.
We all have family secrets, but what if the one could set you free is the one that would destroy you? In a quiet town of Minnesota, drowning in white picket fences and dripping with sweetness, Big Brother figure from the past, Leo, is murdered. He pulls detectives Agnes and Mia into a case that becomes deeply personal. They soon discover they're not only connected by the case, but by blood. They are sisters. The deeper they dig, the case points in an unsettling direction to their mother, Anne, who's running for governor. Now, would you dare uncover a family secret? Leo's dead. He's not coming back. But if you have a moral code, that answer is easy. But if you have a family code, that answer is not. Will Agnes and Mia expose the murderer who just happens to be their mother? World-renowned casting director Gail Pillsbury is spearheading our project with Elizabeth Moss slated as the lead.
We are planning a limited theatrical with a strong streaming release. With funding, we plan to roll cameras as early as this September. Our budget is $1.25 million, tight and transparent. There is a 45% tax rebate in Minnesota that's stackable on top of other incentives. Now, this leaves $687,000 as an equity opportunity. Largo is projecting strong revenues with serious profit potential. $4.4 million theatrical and over $14 million in streaming. Where the water runs deep, though, is just the beginning. I use Largo for all my projects. The Minnesota project is set to rinse and repeat every year. The team consists of Gail Pillsbury, the casting in-house, esteemed directors from top shows such as Orange is the New Black, set designer from Barbie, and rotating co-producer opportunities. Even hotel partnerships give us 45% cash rebate on every project we bring. So you see, it's not just about one film. This is about changing the ecosystem of independent filmmaking. And there is serious stories here that inspire and have a strong return. The ROI for this film alone, you're not going to believe your eyes. 938%. We're so excited to bring you the Minnesota Project, five-film slate with over $50 million annually. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure, and enjoy Cannes.
Perfect timing. Thank you very much. Okay, so I have a total order disorder. So pictures, you have to get ready in the new order, which I am giving. So I give you a couple of seconds. The next one should be, I will ask on stage. I mean, I never had that. This is really funny. Alana Mediavilla, are you here? No. Good. Kestutis Drazdauskas? Yes, are you ready to pitch? I don't want to force you on stage. Okay, let me introduce you. It's okay, let me introduce you. He's the founder of Artbox from Lithuania. Don't move away, right? A leading film and TV production company in the Baltic region, I must say. Really, a very impressive company. And himself, he's a very influential figure in the film industry. You have been producing and co-producing more than 40 feature films. I read that right, huh?
Yeah, that's correct.
And TV in collaboration also with numerous countries around the globe. So you are the producer of Blacklist. We want to know everything. 3 minutes to go. Let's go.
Thank you for the sweet introduction, and thank you, Largo.AI, for the opportunity. Blacklist is an international human rights thriller, similar in tone to movies like The Bridge of Spies or Midnight Express. It is a true story of Alexander Lepshin. Alexander Lepshin is a successful travel blogger. He's on his way to visit his wife's parents who live in Belarus. He makes a stopover in Minsk. At night, there's a knock on his hotel room door. It's room service. When the door opens, Special Forces unit storms in and pin Alexander to the ground. He's thrown into Belarusian prison, where he spends months in inhumane conditions without any charges pressed. When her husband goes missing, Yekaterina goes through immense struggle to find out where he is, raise awareness through Alexander's followers on social media, and she seeks help through diplomatic resources. We gradually find out that Alexander is detained under a warrant issued by the government of Azerbaijan. He is put on the blacklist because he visited Nagorno-Karabakh, which is a disputed territory between Armenia and Azerbaijan. Lukashenko, the Belarusian dictator, he thinks that Alexander is a big asset since he holds several passports, including Russian and Israeli. So he starts a negotiation with Russian authorities in exchange for Alexander's release, thinking that he will get discounts in Russian gas. Russians have no idea who Alexander is, so negotiations go to dead end, and Alexander is deported to Azerbaijan. There he is put in prison and put to trial, allegedly for spying for Armenia. His future is very meek. Eventually, Yekaterina manages to negotiate a pardon for Alexander, and when it seems that the nightmare is over, at night his cell is torn by unknown individuals who strangle and beat him to almost death. He survives by a miracle, is transported to Israel, where he undergoes medical treatment. Today, Alexander is a human rights activist fighting for justice in international courts. The story was put to paper by a very well-known Hollywood writer, Dan Gordon, who's behind movies like The Hurricane, starring Denzel Washington, and Wyatt Earp, starring Kevin Costner. The film will be shot by the established Armenian director, Giovanna Vetisyan. He is in post-production with his fourth feature now. He was part of Berlinale Talent and worked with such international stars as Richard Zammel, Heino Ferch, Armand Desante. We are looking for an international sales agent who would be willing to provide an MG and arrange for international pre-sales. The international producers team is here, so we're ready to meet you. Thank you very much.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you very much. Okay, let's move on. So the next one on my list, it's Elizabeth Stuelke and Robert Lodge. Are you ready to pitch? Are you here? Yes, you are. Okay, you can take this entrance while I introduce you. So Elizabeth is the director of Her Lover, which is a drama, mystery delving in the cost of suicide on a family and their attempts to understand and remain intact. I don't know how they do that if they've been suiciding themselves, but anyway, based on a proof of concept. Winner of Best Cinematography and Best Psychological Micro-Budget Short, which is already a very good start, which was premiering in New York. She's going to go on with the pitch. Are you going to be joined by Robert Lodge? No? Okay, well then, go on. This is your microphone, and you have the 3 minutes. Tell us more.
Hello. Hello, is that on? Wonderful, thank you. Hello, wonderful to be here. I'm Director Elizabeth Stuelke. I've put together a wonderful independent film crew, and we have had success with our proof of concept of the same name, Her Lover. We've won at festivals like TIMF, Milan Indie, and London Women. So, what would you do if your mother died by suicide and all you had left of her was her lover? Her Lover is a female-centered drama, emotionally dealing with suicide and survivors. It peels back the trauma of the family as they try to put their lives back together. It also takes a deep dive into issues of abortion, women's right to choose, and the whirlwind of family planning. Our main character, Sarah, will be portrayed by actors such as Julia Stiles of 10 Things I Hate About You, possibly Tara Manning of Orange is the New Black, or Katie Cassidy of Arrow. She also has 2 now adult daughters, Sarah and Jen, who realize that their mother made horrible or painful decision in her tumultuous life, but their strength comes directly from them and her hopes for the family, which also includes her lover. Michael Emery is slated to play, or signed on to play, Cecil. He is in the Bonded Media new film Total Recovery, and also the lead in the indie film Birder. At $400,000 budget total, we are looking at a 30 to 45% New York State tax incentive, and then looking for investors for the balance. With filming of evocative images such as we see in films like After Sun, and also the family turmoil of Moonlight, Largo projects that we could conservatively make $500,000 profit with our theatrical, VOD, and streaming strategy. Our demographic spans 2 generations, from 13 to 45, and our focus groups have been enamored of our focus on love and keeping family together. Through visuals that we've worked on in the past films that we've done, this film crew and I, we hope to have a lovely look for our 1975 family using anamorphic lenses, wonderful natural lighting, giving our characters time to explore their complicated love and finding resilience after the fact.
Yes, exactly.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Thank
wonderful.
you. Oh, I did it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, next on my list are Larissa and Ligia. Please get ready to pitch while I introduce you. Actually, it's actually quite good that nobody knows when they're on. I think it's a good, we should introduce this for the next time so that, no, they're really getting ready. So, Larissa Gutarevyc, the producer, and Ligia Ciornei, the, director. We're going to pitch together, right? And it's great. Just wanted to know that Larissa is working internationally. She's also the Ukrainian partner of the Sarke studio. And Ligia is a Romanian interdisciplinary filmmaker, and she's really well known for her socially engaged storytelling. So I think we're going to get ready for 3 sisters and my robot. Perfect for Largo.AI, right?
Hello, everyone. Can I ask you a question? Do you believe in love? Yes. And do you believe in love of the robot? Yes. Weird question, I agree. And the answer of this question is in the film 3 Sisters and My Robot. It's our second pitch within a year with Ligia Ciornei, the creator and the director of this movie. I'm a producer, Larissa Gutarevyc. And our first pitch was in Kiev in June of 2024. And with our first project, we are already in a post-production. And it's our next step from Kiev to Cannes, and the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Lara. So, picture that in the near future, where the robots are part of everyday life, a robot and a man start to compete for the love of Maria. All men from here, please just imagine that. What would you do when you see a robot man which has the power to search in real time on the internet, has the power to break your bones, and has the power to take you out? Good question. But this film, it is also a very funny story when the robot finds himself in the middle of a traditional wedding without internet connection in a remote village without power, and try to change himself, try to charge himself to a Tesla. So, my dear beautiful man from here, my humble advice for you today, it is to find the love of your life now, because I think in a couple of years, you'll need to fight with a robot.
So besides jokes, seriously, we use Largo.AI to make all the forecasts for our movie. And thank you, Sami, to support me in 2022 at the beginning of the war. And also, we have a very strong co-production opportunities because we will shoot in France, Japan, and Romania, so between 3 countries. We are looking for the co-producer, for the distribution, and for the investors. And we have some investment in place already. Thank you so much.
Very good, very good. You can place it on the table. Okay, Wolfram, get ready. Wolfram Fleischhauer from Tempest Film from Germany. He is the author of 10 internationally successful novels, the writer and producer of the feature film Bedbugs, The Silent Forest. He has a best-selling thriller, The Sea, about the fisheries mafia, which is currently in development as a European TV series in co-production. So, well, we'll hear now more about the feature film adaptation of his international bestseller, 3 Minutes with Reality. After the 3 sisters and the robot, now we have the 3 Minutes with Reality. Tell us everything about it. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. And since I only have 3 minutes, I will dive straight into my story, which is aptly titled 3 Minutes with Reality, a political thriller, but actually a dance thriller. It's like a new genre I invented, adapted from a best-selling novel that has captivated over 1 million readers. Our journey begins with Giulietta, a talented young ballet dancer at the Berlin Opera. She's very good, but she's also very invisible. She just doesn't stand out. And she lives under the wing of her omnipresent father, never quite being able to find her way away from him. Everything changes when she meets Damian, a charismatic tango dancer from Argentina, who ignites something within her that her classical dance never did. As their worlds collide, precision and passion, structure and spontaneity, Giulietta experiences both artistic and sensual awakening. Their love flourishes until, out of the blue, Damian attacks Giulietta's father and disappears to Buenos Aires. Devastated and confused, Giulietta follows him, desperate for answers. But before she can track him down, he dies in a car crash. Devastated, she returns to Berlin, trying to put her life back together. Little does she know that her journey has only just begun, because she will soon discover that the love of her life shares her blood, and her loving father has blood on his hands, connected as he was to Argentina's dark history during the military dictatorship. 3 Minutes with Reality delivers what audiences crave: interpersonal drama, immersion in a fascinating world of dance, and relevance, because everything is based on fact. I first wrote this story as a novel, but I always saw it as a film. A vision validated by Largo Analytics, strong screen potential prediction. The viewer is transported through the stunning visual universe of ballet and tango across Berlin and Buenos Aires, all propelled by Astor Piazzolla's haunting tango music. By the way, 3 Minutes with Reality is a tango by Astor Piazzolla, as some of you may know. And I just love this intriguing paradox because it is a perfect metaphor for reality breaking through our carefully constructed illusions. Heavy stuff, you probably think, really German, doom and gloom, but no. This is, even though it's almost a biblical premise, the sins of the fathers are visited on the children, this is a success story. It is a coming-of-age story of a young woman overcoming a transgenerational trauma through her dance. So, as we all know, it takes 2 to tango, so come and see us and talk to us about this project. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Wonderful. Even the title was saying 3 minutes, so what do you want me to say, right? Pitch, next one, pitch, David. David, get ready. Stay with us. Yes. David, get ready, okay, from Red Door Film. So this is also very interesting. David Poulshock is an award-winning filmmaker based in the Pacific Northwest and a marathon swimmer. Is that true? Marathon swimmer? Yes, yeah, I can see. Yeah, I can see. He's in the Oregon Music Hall of Fame, and he's currently training for his 7th Portland Bridge swim, 11 miles. Hello, I mean, you can train here every morning, right? And this is also the setting of your feature, the MTC. Well, I hope it's not going to be empty, because you need it, right? But anyway, tell us about it.
Don't start yet. Who's got the clicker?
The clicker? Do you need the clicker? You have the clicker?
Gates of hell.
Okay. Okay, do you want me to wait for 2 seconds?
2 seconds.
Well, okay, look, you can.
Is this on?
Yes.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I think I'm ready.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
Thank you. Thank you so much, everybody. It's really a true honor to be up here with you all. Our project is an adaptation of a short story by the brilliant, amazing American author Percival Everett. Now, he's on Time Magazine's list of the top 100 most influential people in the world today, and his latest novel is just won the Pulitzer Prize last week and is already in development at Amblin Entertainment. And he wrote the novel behind the movie that won the Oscar for Best Adaptation last year. So it's no wonder that I am deeply honored and humbled to have had the opportunity to adapt his short story into our film, The Empty Sea, which is a present-day magical reality drama that begins when a homeless drifter crosses this bridge into a lonely little town in American Northwest. You know, with its giant arches, these Gothic arches, on a lonely night when the fog sets in, that bridge can feel like the gates of hell or Heaven's Gate. Thank you very much. But anyway, so our homeless drifter hits town. The minute he hits town, he's being mugged by 2 thugs in an alley behind a sandwich shop. But the sandwich shop owner hears the ruckus and rescues the homeless man and scares the bad guys away. So the homeless drifter fixes his refrigeration unit, returning the favor, by using a stick of juicy fruit gum. So, not able to really fix things himself that well, the shop owner hires the homeless handyman on the spot, gives him a place to live above the shop, and little does he know that the man's ability to fix things is, well, supernatural. So it all starts simply enough. He's fixing things around the shop, like the squeaky pipes in the men's room, the clanking dishwasher. Suddenly he's fixing customers' things like clarinets, curling irons, chainsaws. And then suddenly he's moving from fixing their things to fixing their problems, like marriages, taxes, parking tickets. And day by day, his fixing gets more and more magical until somebody dies, and he brings that somebody back from the dead. So you can imagine what happens next. All the world wants his fix. Imagine the media frenzy as hordes of people descend on this lonely little town. Everybody wants the handyman. They all want his fix. Some want his crucifixion, and others are just there for the show. But he has one final fix that will change their lives forever. Yeah, we're almost there, right? So, this 23 seconds. The script is blacklist recommended. Largo.AI, a wonderful tool, everybody, predicts that the film has a broad audience and a great ROI. And we have an amazing team. Our producer, casting director, and director of photography have credits like Megalopolis, A Wrinkle in Time, and It's What's Inside, that film that was shot in my hometown that was sold for $17 million at Sundance last year. So if you want to know more, help us make this film, check us out, talk to me. Thank you so much.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. You made it. Okay. Next, to get ready, we're going to stay in the sea together with James Carl Fischer. He is the owner of Photo Diversity Films and executive director of the Zoological Lighting Institute, which is a very unique charity institution dedicated to supporting the science of light and life through the arts. This is wonderful. So, the afterlife of whales. Please, I welcome on stage James Carl Fischer. Take your microphone and I'm going to put these 3 minutes on. Bang.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. I'm actually very much out of my element. I mean, I'm a physicist and an architect, so this is new for me to do this. If any of you like anime and you like science, I'd encourage you to grab the cards on your way out and click through and find out what we're about. It gives us context to the story. The Afterlife of Whales it's a bold, dramatic anime designed to push back on anti-Asian hate. It also features the science and cultural understandings of whales and dolphins across the world. Right? We intend that 30% of all of our profits go to charity. So we have a very strong financial structure. There we go. So Largo.AI actually gives us the confidence that we can pursue this project and make sure it's profitable for everybody. We received exceptional scores in bankability, likability, emotional intensity, while the audience survey tool was incredibly useful because it showed that audiences in both Japan and the US responded favorably to the project, understanding exactly what we want to do. And those are three things. We want to push back on anti-Asian hate directly because it's such a horrible problem in both the sciences and personal life. We want to promote the education of whales and dolphins by focusing on every single species we can, one per episode over the course of 3 seasons. And then finally, we want to support women in science and business together. So the show is really built around those 3 themes. At the heart of the story are 2 Ainu Japanese sisters, Aya and Miki Okajima. And they actually suffer a sequence of stigmatization. Being perceived as Ainu in Japan, being perceived as Japanese before the International Whaling Commission in New Zealand, and then being seen as Asian in America before finally being viewed as corporate when they enter their final empowerment and success at the end. Aya is an introvert suffering from mental illness resulting from the 1986 whaling moratorium, the economic consequences of that. She embarks on a scientific whaling ship to begin an international odyssey looking at whales and dolphins in different countries around the world. Miki Okajima, her older sister, stays at home and takes care of the family, reinventing what it means to have an inclusive family while suffering and emerging from her own tragedies into corporate success. So I think we're about done, but I would say we're looking for sponsors, we're looking for donors. I'm known as the consigliere of the Zoological Lighting Institute because we have a very creative use of the nonprofit system in the US to help fund things. And I really appreciate the time and speaking with you. Please do reach out.
Perfect landing. Wonderful, thank you so much. That was great. Now, Rodolfo, where are you? Get ready. So the next one is really quite something. I mean, you see the quality that there is in this room, right? You see it, right? Yes, yes, thank you. Excellent. So the next one, developed through Sundance, awarded 17 international screenplay prizes. It marks his feature debut as a writer and director. And it is a passion project. And he's a Peruvian writer, director, journalist, former diplomat in the US. Exactly. And we're going to have an investigative journalist piece set during Peru's international conflict in the late 80s, right? So please, I welcome on stage Rodolfo Pereira. A warm applause. Please, yeah, that's your microphone. Good luck.
Around the world, 1,600 journalists have been killed in the last 30 years. Discovering the truth kills. Denouncing or exposing atrocities kills. That's 1,600 stories that never have been told. Curfew is one of those stories. But it's not just a story. It's a love letter to investigative journalism. Set in Peru in the the Andes and the Amazon in the 1990s. Curfew follows Baxter, a veteran war correspondent, American, who is in Peru at that time. And he's planning to retire until two young Peruvian journalists working under his mentorship vanish, disappear, while investigating a possible massacre in the Andes of Peru. Then Baxter decides to stay and commits himself to find them. He stays and now enters Jimena. Jimena is a renowned international TV anchor, last seen by us, reporting live from Berlin while the wall falls. The two of them have been lovers, but they haven't seen each other for more or less, I don't know, 20 years. Now, she is sent to Lima by her network and reunites with Baxter. Minutes after landing in Peru, a car bomb explodes. Welcome to Peru. Those are the first 5 minutes of the film. As many of those, I would like to just for you to remember, 1,600 journalists were killed, and that's a story that still deserves to be told. And I hope that we can have that approach with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I mean, it's so difficult to interrupt such stories, right? So thank you very much for telling these stories. And we're going to go on. And this time, I hope it's a fiction massacre. Brad, are you getting ready? Brad Littlefield, yes? So Brad has been delivering already quite a range of genres film. I'm just going to give you a couple of titles and you will understand. From the LGBTIQ comedy Stage Mother to the dark comedy Waking Up Dead, the horror title Exorcism in Utero, I'm reading, Pillow Party Massacre, right? Okay. So now we have Late Bloomer, which is a very nice title, I would say. I would not presume what's happening, right? Which was sparked a while ago as you were introduced to the original cult J-horror film Oiso Hito, right? And their shared love of Japanese horror made this spark into this new project. They acquired the rights from Shimafum to develop a female-led reimagination of an original Late Bloomer. There you go, Brad Littlefield.
Hi, everybody. We on here? Yes. Thank you so much for coming out today. I'm Brad Littlefield with Open Range Pictures. We tell stories that matter. Today I'm here to share with you and introduce our reimagined English language remake of the acclaimed Japanese horror film Late Bloomer. At its core, Late Bloomer is the story of an outsider, a young woman named Patricia living in a wheelchair. She spends her days living it up with her wild and carefree best friend, Bunny. Enter Dean, her new caregiver, an aspiring musician. As a love triangle forms, jealousy, lust, and desire bring her violent visions to life. Patricia embarks on a chilling spree of terror, leaving violence in her wake. Not surprisingly, the film capitalizes on the female audiences of today. And we've developed this project with an option from Shima Films to produce this intellectual property of value. Our highly experienced team includes executive producer J. Todd Harris, who brought you such films as Jeepers Creepers, Lake Placid, The Kids Are All Right, myself, Co-producer Randy Kleinenberg, who helped found Performing Arts Studio West for actors with disabilities, as well as our very talented writer-director Calvin McCarthy, who I've had the pleasure of working with on a number of films. We have a great understanding of what our audience wants, which is two things: something different and to be scared and delighted. Late Bloomer delivers on both. I think that what draws me to this is that we have a freshly reimagined version of Go Shibata's classic Osoi Hito. Originally, the intent of the film was to explore that there are two worlds or two realities, those of the able-bodied and those of the disabled. They rarely intersect. Calvin's done an amazing job, being a quarter Japanese and growing up on Japanese cinema, of connecting with Mr. Shima-san and Go Shibata-san to maintain the intent of the film while reimagining for today's audiences. Our ask is to help us tell a story that both delights and entertains our audiences, as well as frightens and thrills them. As well as bringing awareness to those with disabilities and challenging society's perceptions. Our ask today is to join us. We have strong interest from distribution partners as well as foreign sales, and we seek equity partners.
Yes.
So thank you so much, and I look forward to speaking with you.
Thank you very much. You can put it back on the table. Thank you so much. Okay, next up, it will be a team. Maura and Rick. Maura is Maura Campbell and Rick Sinkeldam. Maura is an award-winning filmmaker, screenwriter, and director. And you met last year at the Pitch Fest, and then you decided to come as a team and pitch us White Orchid. Let's go.
Hi, everybody. It's wonderful to be here. I'm Maura Campbell, and my partner, Rick Sinkeldam, and the story begins with Rick.
True that. Yeah, I've been developing a story with tons of action, crazy set in the beautiful country of Thailand. And after writing some drafts, I was like, hey, it does have the action, but it misses that emotional level. It misses the inside of these characters, the depth, the emotional depth. So it needed more drama, it needed more subplots, actually.
It needed a woman's touch.
There you go. And there's Maura.
So the plot centers on an ex-Army Ranger named Zach Harper, who has crashed and burned, PTSD, his wife has left him, he's on a suicide mission, and he's an extreme fighter. He's convinced to go to Thailand to get his act together and get some peace, and he meets a beautiful warrior named Vanda, whose entire village was destroyed by a drug cartel when she was a little girl, and she is hell-bent on revenge. And Zach, for a time at least, is a very reluctant participant, but he is there for a reason, as it turns out, and that reason is destiny. And this is a story of love, revenge, destiny, and
echolocation.
Echolocation, yes. Anyway, so
true.
If you like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and you like The Bourne Identity, this is the kind of world it lives in, except it has a really big heart, has a lot of drama and a lot of layers to it.
Yep. There you go. There's another thing. All right, doesn't matter. You can put that one in. Yeah, we use Largo.AI just to constantly develop the script on an emotional level, on a genre level, etc. And then it gave us some, conservative estimates of what it would do on the domestic level, just digital. And it was 15, 16?
17 million in the United States alone.
Digital only. So
yes.
We're not accounting for foreign sales. We're not accounting for theatrical. We're not accounting for ancillaries. It's all that. So with a moderate budget, we probably go a little bit higher than the 2.5 stated here somewhere. We can do this. in Thailand. And we need, there was one character we want to have in. So
Oh, that guy.
Yes,
We're thinking
Sami knows him really well. It's Mr. Sylvester Stallone.
We need him.
We need him.
So if anybody
It's
does
going to be
know
in
him.
the film.
So this also has incredible franchise potential.
Run.
Yes. So.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Thank you all. See you after.
You can see immediately who is doing action films. Let's run out of the stage, you know. It's great. By the way, in case you didn't notice, we are now at Bergfest, as the Germans say, meaning in the middle of the pitches. We are now going to pitch 11, because I found the first pitch again. She will be pitching at the end of the session, so we still have 20. Okay, pitch 11, Lana Jackson, get ready. Yes, she's a former art historian. She's a Soho House Film Fellow. She has been managing a multi-million-dollar portfolio at the Pentagon. She's been collaborating with institutions like the United Nations Foundation, the Kennedy Center. Great, great, great. Really interesting, especially for those of you who are into technology. Really interesting. Her unscripted TV series, The Black Fashion Files, which is going to pitch now, showcases black designers with global reach. The series uses AI and advanced image recognition to make each episode shoppable. I want to know everything about that. Please come on stage, Lana Jackson. Here is your microphone.
Hello, everyone. I'm Lana Jackson, and I'm honored to be here with Largo.AI and grateful to the Marche du Film for hosting us. Now, you're expecting a pitch. I'm going to give you a message first. So I'm a producer, yes, but I'm also a cultural strategist and translator of our times, which means that I understand where culture is and where it's going. Now, as you all know, we've entered a new paradigm. The next few years will mark a massive expansion in thought leadership, narrative sovereignty, and paradigm-shifting media. Networks, investors, and brands willing to embrace this shift will lead the next era of entertainment, because audiences are no longer just consuming content. They're seeking new templates for living, new myths for deeper understanding. Basically, they're seeking the sacred in the spectacle. And that's exactly where my show, Black Fashion Files, lives. Black Fashion Files is a premium unscripted TV series through high-gloss storytelling, iconic figures, and behind-the-scenes access and interviews. We spotlight Black fashion designers, both popular and emerging, and trace how their inspirational stories and work are reshaping global culture in ways the world is only beginning to understand. But this isn't just a show about fashion. This is about legacy. We're reframing luxury, who gets to define it, and how value is assigned. Because honestly, Black creative visionaries have always set the tone for what becomes mainstream. Now, we're telling the stories behind that power and getting beyond redundancy in diversity and inclusion narratives. I'm sure you guys all saw the Met Gala last week on Black fashion. So this series is designed for audiences who stream Netflix's Chef's Table and binge David Letterman's My Next Guest, but crave what's next in fashion and culture. But the series is also designed as both a cultural and a commercial engine, leveraging both AI and advanced image recognition technology to make episodes shoppable without disrupting the viewing experience. Basically, we're pioneering a new era of conscious consumerism and shoppable entertainment. We're building global brand partnerships, licensing opportunities, and immersive live events. The series concept is also evergreen. It's designed to scale across multiple seasons with spin-off potential. And the unique business model of the series expands profit potential across multiple diverse revenue streams while the series drives industry disruption and garners awards recognition. In fact, we're targeting honors like the NAACP Image Award for Digital Activism in partnership with the Archwell Foundation, because this is more than content. This is culture making. Unscripted storytelling is overdue for evolution, and the zeitgeist is hungry for narratives that offer not just spectacle, but soul. So we're open to speaking with investors, co-producers, but only those who understand this evolution and want to be a part of what's next. Thank you.
Perfect. Half a second. Perfect. You can bring it back. Thank you so much. Lana, super interesting. Okay. Let's move on with the next one. Scott Brown, get ready to pitch. Are you ready to pitch? Good. Scott is the founder, producer, and program director of Burdock Lot Production brand, right? So please come on stage, take a microphone. You're based in Switzerland, but you work internationally. Where are you based in Switzerland? Okay. And you're going to pitch Ward 6. Let's go. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for the invitation and the kind introduction. As she said, I'm Scott Brand, and I'm not only the producer, but I'm also part of the directorial team who will be filming Ward 6 later this year in Switzerland, in English. This character-driven drama is a modernized adaptation of a short story by Anton Chekhov, one of the most celebrated playwrights of all times. Those familiar with his work will not be surprised to hear that Ward 6 revolves around a series of timeless social and philosophical problems. Our film deals with issues like the nature of suffering, the search for a meaningful existence, the consequences of a lack of empathy, or the cruelty and randomness of authoritarian societies. This continued relevance is a big reason why we are excited to be able to remake this multifaceted story as a film with our own touch for new audiences. The drama itself revolves around the head of a mental asylum in an unspecified authoritarian state. Dr. Andrew Ray has become disaffected by the lack of intellectual stimulation in his rural society. This frustration makes him risk everything to engage with the one man in town who matches him intellectually. Owen Grimes' own emotionally fueled realism challenges the Doctor's stoic approach of trying to rationalize everything. The fascination of the Doctor persists even though this man is allegedly insane and incarcerated for murder. So, the Doctor's assistant, Irene Hobart, sees this unusual relationship between the Doctor and his charge as the opportunity for herself to further her own career. As she plays with the fears and prejudices of the local elite, she unleashes a spiral of events that ends in an emotional final. As you can see, we are working with a fairly low budget of around 350,000. Despite that, we've been able to attract internationally known actors to our project. Yes, that's right. We already have our full cast signed up and ready to film in autumn. Our lead will be Peter Seaton Clarke, who is known from both British and German television, as well as streaming shows and films like Uncharted. He will be joined by other actors known for internationally successful projects such as Orlando Brooke or Sean McDonough. So, we know what we're doing, when we're doing it, and with whom. What do we need? We're looking for further investment, of course, and sales and distribution partners. Given the very modest budget, the set, cast, and filming dates, this is a really risk-free opportunity you shouldn't miss. So I'm very open to talking to you later on. Thank you very much.
Excellent. Excellent. I love the pitch. I love the last sentence of the pitch, especially. Okay, next pitch. A two-time Emmy-winning filmmaker. Okay, let's raise the expectations here. And she's going to come from this entrance, exactly. She won 8 international awards, including the Grand Jury Prize at the San Francisco International Film Festival and the Princess Grace Award. So, Lucy Quark, please tell us more about your project, The Knight's Letter.
Hello. Hi, I'm really excited to be here. The project I'm presenting is called The Night Letter. It's based on true events that takes place in 2007. But I would like to take the time to introduce the screenwriter who is in the audience. Wave a little, Annette. She wrote a beautiful script that I optioned, and I'm really eager to get this film done. At its heart, The Night Letter is a story of freedom. The cost of it, the contradictions, and the fierce courage it takes to reach for it against all odds. think The Blind Side meets The Kite Runner. We follow a 15-year-old Afghani girl who disguises herself as a boy just to get education. She does secure a spot in a US State Department exchange program, and she finds her way to a Dallas, Texas suburb with their host parents. Things take a turn when her parents in Afghanistan gets a letter at night slipped under her door, basically saying that they will kill Yalda and her family. And so you could imagine, like, what an impossible choice to make. Like, she has to decide, do I stay in the US and, pursue her dreams of getting an education, or does she make the ultimate sacrifice and make sure her family stays safe and goes back home? That's when you meet Annette, who is a very determined host mother that just refuses to just sit down and have Yalda give up her dreams. She fiercely finds solutions, and at the end, which is really crazy, she smuggles her into Canada in the trunk of her car, and she gets caught, unfortunately, and she gets arrested for human trafficking, which is crazy. I mean, she's pretty badass, right? So I feel like, why me? Why should I do this film? I connect with this film because being a daughter of immigrant Korean parents, I'm very drawn to it. Anyway, follow me with this journey. This film needs to be made. It's very time sensitive, and looking for investors.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. It's so full, to interrupt people. I don't like it. I would continue to listen, but I have a timing and an agenda. So let's go to pitch of Patrick Krivanek, a London-based Czech-British film producer, director, and screenwriter, and he's blending, I find it fascinating, he's blending cinema verite with polished modern cinematic techniques. I like that, I want to know more. And he shoots very often on analog film. He has been working with Oscar-winning filmmakers, such as Steven Spielberg, among others, if you know what I mean. I don't have the time to say everything, so you have to pitch yourself. Muddy Shoes by Patrick Krivanek. Here is your microphone on the table. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I'm a director, producer, and screenwriter of Muddy Shoes. I would like to thank quickly Largo.AI and the Cannes Next for giving me this opportunity to pitch this very important project. Muddy Shoes tells the story of an elderly Holocaust survivor who has spent her life trying to escape her traumatic past and must finally reveal a deeply buried secret to her family when she is diagnosed with dementia. This Page International Screenwriting Award winner is a personal story, 7.5 years in development, last 2.5 years in collaboration with acclaimed screenwriter Laurie Wells. A female-centered drama, it explores a rarely depicted subject, the aging of Holocaust survivors and intergenerational trauma. The film examines their late life struggle to confront unresolved pasts while offering a sensitive portrayal of dementia. Imagine the mother meets Philomena, Sophie's Choice, and French film La Vie devant Soi. Excuse my French pronunciation. This layered narrative brings a fresh approach to Holocaust storytelling, focusing on its last impact on families and how historical atrocities still resonates today. It's important to say it's not a political or religious film. It's an anti-war film. It stands as the testimony to how wars affect generations with victims, their children and grandchildren all bearing the scars. Many Holocaust survivors live in silence, shielding their families from their past until the end of their lives. Holocaust is still with us. not just in memories, museums, and films, but in the quiet grief passed on through the generations. With themes such as displacement, abandonment, and survivor's guilt, our story unfolds across two timelines, the present and the outset of the Holocaust, and climaxes in 3 emotional acts with a story full of hope and healing. The success of screenplay has drawn interest from Oscar-nominated winning producers such as Mike Medway, Black Swan, Wendy Fineman, Forrest Gump, and Lawrence Bender, producer of Tarantino's films. But we want to stay more European in tone. The film is multilingual in English, Czech, German, and a sign language. And we envision actors such as Eva Holubová, Jude Law, and August Deal. Our target audience, confirmed by Largo's data, is male and female aged to 13 to 45, which we believe it's a very interesting thing for distributors. In partnership with Kodak, we are planning to shoot on analog film in 2 different formats, Super 16 and 35mm film, and using new Czech 25% tax rebate. We are still seeking $1.5 million American and partners, producers, co-producers, financiers, and distributors to help bring this important story to life. Thank you for listening. And I will say one more thing. My friend said, I'm very nervous. And my friend said, enjoy it. I did, so thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you very much. You can put the microphone back on the table. Thank you very much, Patrick. Yes. So next will be Robbie Monroe. Are you ready? Yes? Okay, good. Robbie is a multi-award-winning writer and director. It's not to get boring to have all these multi-award-winning people on stage, but okay. He's grown in Alaska, and he's coming to bring his award-winning wit, so to speak, and visionary style as a writer and director of the hilarious feature, a good old-fashioned rom-com. That's the title, right? I would watch it. I would watch it. Okay, there you go.
I'm done then.
Yeah? Okay, good. Thank you very much. We want 3 minutes. Okay.
Hey, it's me, Robbie. Hey, I have a question for everybody, but first, thank you so much to Largo for putting this all together. And it's such an honor to be here amongst so many incredible filmmakers. Thank you to everyone else as well that showed up. I can't wait to talk to you after the thing. There are so many serious issues to explore. So many things to think about and ponder on. And it's good to be thoughtful, to really soak in all the deep, heavy things in the world. But sometimes you just need to kick back with a couple of friends, grab a snack, and watch a good old-fashioned rom-com. Is the difference between pensive and popcorn. And I've done some exploring of the deep, difficult subjects. I'm thankful to have received a little over 36 awards, including Best Picture, Best Screenplay, Best Director, and some others, across 4 continents for my most recent film that dealt with some of those things. But I know you didn't come here to hear about the past. You came to talk about what's next. Jamie Williams is out shopping when he meets Kathryn Green, and it's love at first sight. And he knows this is destiny. The only problem is he doesn't know how to find her again. So kind of like a good old-fashioned rom-com. But it's destiny, so he can't give up. So he does some sleuthing, and he finds out that she lives in his small hometown, the one he grew up in, like a good old-fashioned rom-com. So he packs his bags, and he grabs his best friend, Karl, and they go back home to find the love of his life. Now, like a good old-fashioned rom-com. Now, it takes some asking around, but he finally finds her. I know I'm running out of time, right? Okay. Camera sweeps around. He runs to her. They share a passionate kiss, like a good old-fashioned rom-com. But she doesn't know who this guy is, so she sprays him with bear spray, and that's the end of the first act. We have a budget of $3.5 million and a projected ROI of just over 500%. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good old-fashioned rom-com.
Rom-com, that's great. Okay, let's move on with the next one, and it will be Greta. Greta Ciornei, is that right? Yeah, okay. Magic Film, a producer based in Vilnius, and she will pitch Cold. This is your microphone. Good luck. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello, I'm one of the producers, and I usually do this with our showrunner, so I'll try my best to be alone today. So I'm one of the producers of the mini-series Cold, and the story takes us to Lithuania in winter of 1991, when the country stands at the edge of the historical turning point for final confrontation against Soviet authorities. Meanwhile, a group of KGB agents conspire to safeguard super secret documents that could grant them political and economical control over 3 Baltic republics in the event of independence. So throughout the episodes, throughout 5 episodes, we follow 5 individuals whose personal relationship and life events connect and intertwine. In the first episode, we meet Daiva, a 45-year-old German lawyer with Lithuanian roots, who is devastated to learn that her only daughter Clara has been kidnapped in Vilnius, working as journalist for Associated Press. In 36 hours, Daiva has to deliver a ransom in German marks to the border of Lithuania. And she embarks on this desperate journey, and her paths intersect with a local mafia boss, Vitas, who has lured her into the country for undisclosed reasons. And along the way, Daiva begins to uncover the mystery behind the daughter's disappearance. Apparently, her daughter Clara is hiding with the documents of KGB, and the deadly chase begins. So we are telling a fictional story in the backdrop of real historical events. And we are in late development. We are backed by Lithuanian national broadcaster and local VOD player Telia. We have almost 50% of budget in place. We're looking for investments and almost ready to shoot. We have all the scripts apparently. And our main lead actress is German actress Julia Jentsch. She is already attached, as well as other lead actors. Our team is quite international. We have Germans, Hungarians, Portuguese, and Lithuanian on the team. I'm here until Sunday. I can't tell much more about the project because it's really like in late development. So let's meet and talk. Thank you.
Wonderful. I like it when I don't have to interrupt, so you did a good job. Thank you. Okay. Next one, thank you. Next one, number 17, will be James Meyer. And it's interesting because James has been working on TV commercials for Kellogg's and Wendy's and everything, and he's been doing also like documentaries and promo videos in 75 countries, right? Crazy. And I think I know your project, and I like your project to reveal a path toward healing for those who are struggling with hopelessness. So please give us hope on this stage. We need this these days. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
James Meyer.
Hi. Did you know suicide is a global epidemic? Nearly 800,000 people die each year by their own hand. That's one person every 40 seconds. Our story, Adieu, deals with depression that leads to suicide. Adieu is an emotion-packed thriller drama in the vein of Whiplash. Think of it as A Star is Born meets Black Swan. The story follows Anya, a talented Swiss violinist in the cutthroat world of the orchestra, whose life is rocked one morning by the terrible news that her sister Liani died by suicide. Desperate for answers, Anya plunges into her sister's past, unexpectedly becoming involved in her sister's heavy metal band. Perplexed, she's torn between two worlds, her own disciplined world of the orchestra and Liani's tantalizing world of heavy metal music. Surrounded by pressure, when Anya's desperate search uncovers dark family secrets, she unravels into an emotional spiral, challenging her will to survive. While Adieu revolves around grieving and pain, it's ultimately about finding the courage to begin again, embracing change, and learning that hope can rise even in life's darkest moments. With its powerful script, written with direction and guidance from mental health professionals, Adieu will spark meaningful dialogue that can foster positive change. Set in stunning European locations, Adieu is a timeless story for a global audience. Its dark, dramatic themes are lifted by humor and romance and punctuated with chilling suspense for an emotional journey. Great casting is key. We're thrilled to have Thomas Kretschmann already attached. And along with Largo's amazing ROI projection, we're pleased to have 30% of our budget already in place through investors. After my 10 years in advertising, producing TV commercials, and 30 years filming all around the world, Adieu holds the deepest meaning for me. For years, I suffered with depression. Conquering that darkness has forged in me the passion to produce Adieu, a story that is crafted with the intent to inspire hope, shining a path toward healing for those who suffer with hopelessness. Because anxiety is on the rise. Adieu is a film for today. We're seeking production and equity partners who want to make a difference to help us bring this unforgettable story to the screen. Please come down and talk to me afterwards. I'd love to have a conversation with you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Nice to see you again, James. Very nice. Okay, we are moving on. We are in the last three pitches now. Pitch 18. The first speech who was late will be back on the top. So we will have now Jean-Luc Berlot. I love the title, Deux femmes dans la nuit, of course, two women in the night. Wonderful. He's served as the producer for the acclaimed series Drops of God, which was premiering on Apple TV in April 23. The series received the Best Drama Award in the 2024 International Emmy Awards. So, again, high expectations. Jean-Luc, are you ready to pitch? Let's go. Two women in the night.
Hi, everybody. Let me take you in the heart of a night, a deep night, where a voice on a radio can change family's life or can destroy them. The setup is very simple. We are in a radio show, and the routine of this night, Julia is the host of this program. She's alone in the room, in the studio, and it is a routine. Nobody's calling, or when they are calling, they are single, looking for love or lonely hearts. When another call breaks in, she's Lucie. And the voice of Lucie will change the program. And we won't see Lucie. We will just hear her. She's dispirited. She's frightened. She's in a room, in a stage, in a restaurant, and she's alone. She does not understand what's happening, but she's scared, and she tried to deliver a message to Julia. She's also angry. we don't know why at the beginning. Because there is a hidden past between these two women. And during the film, this past will be revealed. And what started as a cry of help is beginning to be a deadly psychological duel. All broadcasted. The entire film is produced inside the studio, and the sound is the king of the studio. We are in atmosphere, I would say, acoustic room where the unseen between the two ladies will become unbearable. Now we are fully developed. We have 1 million already committed, and we are seeking about more or less 1 million. We are in discussion with captivating actress as Julia Gaillet or Anna Mougladis I met yesterday. We already signed with Caroline Proust, The Voice, and I should say that it's not just a film. It is limited location budget, and if you want to join, we are happy if you help us to hear this voice.
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you,
Perfect, yes. You can put the microphone there back. Okay, let's go. Only 2 pitches to go. The last before the last. Steve Dodworth. Yes, you are ready to go. I don't need to introduce you? No, I want to introduce you. Because these guys have been building Silicon Valley startups for millions of giants euros, and dollars actually, and he wants to do the same for the big screen. So I'm really interested to hear, because it's an action comedy with a dark edge, right?
Just a little dark, yeah.
And it's the battle between the old and the young. I want to listen to this. Let's go, 3 minutes.
Yeah. Hi, thanks. It's my honor to be here. Thanks very much. I'm here with our director, the amazing Vadim Jean. We'll be talking to you later. Right, The Silver Six, Out with the Old. It's a comedy about euthanasia. And if anybody doesn't know what that means, is we kill off the old people to save the planet. Think Knives Out meets Johnny English at Downton Abbey. Bitingly funny, fast-paced, and very commercial. Last film I made was about male suicide, by the way. Why now? Has anybody seen Mick Jagger recently dancing and running up and down the stage? Well, if you don't know, he's 80. Longevity is very popular, and but the elderly still feel a little sidelined. And of course, during COVID, we asked them to stay home and just sit in the corner and let us get on with it. However, beneath the surface of some sinister things going on, the Gen Zs haven't got any money, they haven't got any houses. They actually secretly want their inheritance now. And they would like to kill the old people. And if you are an old person and you get into and your grandchildren are very nice to you, you know why. This is real tension. And it's real. And it's comedy gold. So we thought we'd take this to the silver screen. Silver being the name, the Silver Six. They are 6 baby boomers with real superpowers. And they're invited by a biotech billionaire to test out his new longevity drug at a luxury retreat. I think we'd all sign up for that, wouldn't we? He's got a lovely British manor house, such as Downton Abbey. So they all go along very happy. But our female lead, Vera, who uncovers that actually his secret plan is to exterminate them, to save the planet. So our Silver Six must go and save all the elderly, hence the action in the movie. Did I mention it's a comedy about euthanasia? Hilariously funny, isn't it? It's a dazzling showcase, actually, for veteran international cast of actors in roles, really high-energy roles we don't normally see them in. So it's breaking stereotypes, as you can guess. Business case? Well, we're here today for strategic partners, co-producers, equity investors. We've got a budget of 6.5 million. We're well on our way. We've had development funding from 3 investors and put coffers in the bank. And now the UK has been very generous with their tax credits of 53%. And we're here looking for 2.75 million. Market appeal, Largo analysis is great. It showed it's across all age groups, international, and we're showing a potential ROI of 400%. British comedy, by the way, is very popular around the world. Our amazing team, Vadim there, has done 15 feature films, numerous comedies, TV, documentaries, and has a BAFTA award-winning Terry Pratchett.
Thank you very much.
Can I just say one more thing? We actually have Kelsey Grammer attached to the project.
That's good.
And other actors coming now.
That's good. Thank you very much. You can put the microphone back to the table. And now, last speech of the day. We made it. Number 20. You remember the name I was calling at the beginning? And nobody answered? She's there. Alana Mediavilla. They called her Maria. I think I'm going to leave you the stage completely. You want to present here? Okay, good.
Yes.
You go. Okay. Wonderful. 3 minutes.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Largo. I was going to pitch first, and it turns out that life had different plans for me, and I am pitching to you last. My name is Alana, and I am an award-winning director and producer. My latest film is currently going through the festivals and is winning awards around the world. I am here to talk to you about my next film. They called her Marie, which is a historic drama that takes place across 2 timelines in Puerto Rico. We start with Vic, a Puerto Rican teen born and raised in Texas that goes to Puerto Rico for the first time for the funeral of her great-grandmother. Vic doesn't speak Spanish, she barely feels Puerto Rican, and she encounters a gringo go home sign as soon as she lands that makes her wonder if she should even be there at all. She starts changing her mind at her family's hacienda when she discovers photos and letters and hidden objects of her great-grandmother, the woman they called Marie. Now we're in Puerto Rico 1940s, and we get to know a young Marie, a daughter of French immigrants who moved to Puerto Rico to grow coffee in the island's central mountains. She grows up during one of the bloodiest chapters in Puerto Rican history and happens to fall in love with the man in the middle of it all. Her relationship with him draws her deeper into the nationalist movement against U.S. occupation. And as the film unfolds, we get to see how Vic and Marie's life echo each other. And Vic's need to know and unravel her history takes us on a journey of belonging. Like, with who do we belong with? What language is ours? And what does our legacy mean when it is ours, but yet it feels so foreign? They Called Her Marie is going to resonate with millions of people around the world that are growing up on foreign land and are going through their own journeys of self-discovery. They Called Her Marie is a story about love, family, and identity. We're going to be filming in Puerto Rico that has excellent tax incentives. I've already navigated that in the past with my previous film. And I am looking for investors and distributors, partners that want to tell this diaspora story that will resonate with so many people around the world. So thank you. I don't know. You didn't come to say goodbye. I feel like I should stay.
I didn't even have the time to catch up, but that's good. That's good because we are running late. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And now is the time for the second announcement, right? Are you ready? First of all, for all the pictures, okay? That was quite something. Thank you very much. Good job. Good job. Without previous notice. Sami, come with me on stage, and then you can announce the simulated focus group winner, right?
We integrate projects. Yeah, as explained, we have these digital twins. We showed all the projects to these digital populations, and we got the results. We ranked the best from the best to the worst. As I mentioned, actually, many of them scored really, really high, so it was very competitive. So let's learn. The winner.
Tell me.
Is firstly everybody.
Oh, first we have to have an access code.
Yeah. All projects are great, really. That's I mean that. So you can connect and see more details about the projects.
Okay.
And please
that's
do that.
Great.
Please do that. And I want to invite Celine, our COO, with a pink envelope. I think she has the winner.
Pink envelope.
Let's give an applause to Celine.
And the winner is, who is opening it?
Thank you. I can feel all the eyes on me. I hope it's not you, huh? And the winner is,
I didn't say anything.
The night letter from Lucy Quack. Please.
Wow! Come on stage!
Come here,
Come on
please,
stage!
Yeah. You can give her, maybe she can.
Lucy!
For the photo, yeah.
Congratulations!
Wonderful!
And maybe you would like to know what you have won. So the prize is 1 year free subscription with Largo.AI. So
wow!
you can run more analysis for your great project. Congratulations!
Can we take a photo?
Excellent! Okay, this is really great. So now we're going to celebrate,
quick,
right?
Thank you to you, AC. Great moderation.
Welcome, welcome. I really enjoyed myself. I love this.
Behind the scenes, Celine, our CEO, Alex, our VP of Sales, is I think upstairs. Anne-Marie, they did a really great job to prepare that, and all of the producers who made the great pitches. Thank you very much. Marshal the film and Connects. So thank you, everybody. Thank you.
And now we can all go to Viewpoint.
Not all, unfortunately, only the registered ones, because it has a limited. But yeah, if you have registered for the networking event, it's just upstairs at the Viewpoint.
Okay, wonderful. I was told to say the ones who are registered must go now. That's what I say. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank
you.
And
see you soon again. Thank you.
Producers, for a quick photo. You can get the producers for a quick photo.
Oh, yes. Producers, please come on stage for a photo. Absolutely. Let's do that. Go there. Marathon. I'm on. Yeah. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Oh.